I have just obtained the Noiseform developer rod inside of FISCH, and today we are going to be testing out this musical rod, and we're going to be finding out how good this is, and we're going to be testing it in terms of how valuable of a fish we can get, and we're going to be testing that on like two fish, and those are going to be bosses, and those bosses are going to be the Megalodon and the Kraken. We're going to be testing this rod to see how good this is for fishing normally. We're not going to be testing it for money like I normally do, and because that is not what this video is about. I might do that in a future video, but for the sake of time, I'm going to be doing it, testing out this rod. So let's do this. So just so you guys know, the enchant I'm using is Greed and Overclocked. Overclocked is basically just to cancel out the progress speed, -5% here. Technically you should be using other ones, but I have a limited amount of cosmic relics, so I'm not going to be worrying about getting the absolute best one. Now, this rod is so good that this thing here actually catches extra fish for you. Now we're going to be heading out to the back of Ancient Isle, and we're going to use a Megalodon totem. We've only got 10 of them, it's a good amount. Well, let's pop it. Then now we need to make an Aurora, as I normally would. So let's head out to the back and let's find ourselves the Megalodon. So currently I can't actually see it. There it is, right over here. So now it's night time, so now we need to use our Aurora, and here we are at the Megalodon. Now I'm going to be using this normally with Cookie Crumble bait, as this is probably the best bait that I have. Now it's just fast green, so I'm going to make sure I'm in the green zone, and there we go. And I immediately get a blue one. So let's see how easy or hard this is. So from what I've heard, this is one of the best spots in the game, if not the best. Now we need to get in the black zone, because that's what flashed up. And then we're not going to worry. With Megalodon. So that's how easy it was. Technically we only got boosted once, but here we have a Megalodon that's worth 457,000. They typically sell for about 50k, 25k. This one's worth 457,000. The Rhythmic is actually probably the most valuable one that you can get, and it is so good, and it's so valuable. This is very, very good for making money. I recommend Greed with a secondary enchantment of Sea Prince to make your fish worth more money, but I got Overclocked to cancel out the decreased progress speed, because that is not good. But then of course that is not actually forced, so this is actually going to boost it a little bit. So that is really good. So now we're going to get the Kraken. So if we use Traveller's Whistle to head down into Atlantis entrance, you can actually go through like that, straight in here, and then straight down. So I'm going to get out my Tide Breaker, and we're just going to head straight down into the Kraken pool. No wasting time, no, straight in, and here we are. Zoom out like that, and the Kraken. Now, just so you guys know for context, this Kraken here is a corrupted Kraken, it's worth 11,000. This one's worth 75,000, and that's Astreus. Astreus is a really good mutation. The Fury Ancient Kraken is worth 535,000. This is a tiny Wrath Kraken. Look at how small that is. That is ridiculous. And I actually did not realise it would be that small. I can hold it that small. Look at the new tiny attribute. They've made it look tiny. This is ridiculous. So this is the normal size Kraken. They're like 48 tons, 53 tons. This one's 260 tons, but this is ancient. This one's 5 tons. It's ridiculous. Look, the tiny bloom one. This is the world's first of this mutation, by the way. And they're worth 3,000 and 5,000. Let's test out this rod and see how valuable of a Kraken we can get ourselves. very easy to catch. We got it flowed. That's not that bad. So this is the dark one. It's about 90,000 kilograms. So here, it's 90 tons. 122,000. So, the Astrius corrupted Kraken here is worth 75,000. We got the negative one, 11,000. This is worth 5,000. And this is worth 122,000. So, depending on the size of the fish and the mutation that you get, preferably you wouldn't whip it. But it's still very, very good. And I've got about 15 of these Kraken Hunt tokens stacked up. And these can be worth so much, which is why it's highly recommended not to get overdropped on this vlog. But instead, you should really be looking to get sea prints. But then of course, not everyone has access to cosmic relics, so I would highly recommend if you have cosmic relics, get sea prints. If you have admin relics, get sea prints, of course. Otherwise, if you don't and you only have exalted relics or standard enchant relics, I recommend you get yourselves the exalted version of it, which is still really, really good. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.